In the middleweight division at UFC Vegas 84, you got Phil Hawes coming in 12-5, taking on Brunno Ferreira, who comes in at 10-1. So two impressive fighters. Now Hawes is 2 inch taller at 6 feet. He's 35 though. Brunno right in the prime at 31. Both guys stand right-handed. Now they're both very active. Both over 5.5 significant strikes per minute, and they're very close in that number. But Phil Hawes lands takedowns, 2 per every 3 rounds. So he's almost right at 1 per round. So the question is, what's Brunno's takedown defense? It's 50%. Just 50%. And that's going to be a problem for him in this fight. Now, Phil Hawes has 100% takedown defense, but Brunno's not trying to get takedowns anyway. He's coming off back-to-back losses to Ikram Aliskerov, good fighter by KO, and Roman Dolidze, who also KO'd him. He did beat Deron Winn 3 fights ago by KO and lost to Chris Curtis by KO. So one thing we know for sure with Phil Hawes, a.k.a. no hype, is that someone's getting KO'd in the fight. Now, on the other hand, the Hawk, a.k.a. Brunno Ferreira, is coming off the loss to Ruziboev by KO, but before that he beat Gregory Robocop Rodriguez, which is surprising, by KO, and he won at the Contender Series. So it really just depends on which Brunno Ferreira shows up. But to me, Phil Hawes has a ton of talent. He's had some fights, especially the last 3, which have really tested him. You take away the last 4 fights, he's 11-2, much like Ferreira. So if Ferreira faced the same competition, would he win? Probably not. So both of these guys kind of on the same level. This is why when you look at the odds, it's almost equal. But I'm going to lean with Phil Hawes here because of the takedown game and the lack of takedown defense from Brunno Ferreira. It's that simple. If that doesn't get exposed, then this fight's going to be up for grabs because they're almost equal with nearly 6 significant strikes per minute. So it's going to be a very active fight unless Phil Hawes takes him to the ground and uses that control, which you would think he'd want to do in this fight where he has the advantage. But in my opinion, Phil Hawes wins this thing by decision to move to 13-5 here, middleweight division, UFC Vegas 84.